In Homer's Odyssey, the great epic that tells the story of the fall of Troy and the return home of Odysseus, the Greeks devise a stratagem to sneak into Troy under cover of darkness. To do so, they build a large wooden horse and hide inside while the rest of the Greeks abandon the battlefield. The Trojans, believing that the war has ended and victory is theirs, bring this gift of the Greeks within their city walls. After dark, the Greeks descend from the wooden horse and put the city to the sword. I have been asked to speak about my experience and connect this to the literature of war in ancient Greece. I was an Arabic linguist in the Iraq War. I worked behind the lines for about a year in the Green Zone in Baghdad over the course of 2006. In my work in Iraq, I listened to the conversations of Iraqis on their private phone calls and text messages. Every tactic we used in Iraq has now been turned against the American public by law enforcement and the intelligence agencies. The laws passed in the wake of 9/11 reflect an equally devious strategy to that employed by the Greeks. Through it, we have come to accept in exchange for an illusion of security dangers which we can hardly imagine. Everyone has a need for privacy. When this is transgressed, we naturally feel vulnerable. Whether or not you feel you have something to hide, politicians, heads of corporations, members of the media do. What is to stop a president, if not this one, then the next, from using this power to cement his position or serve some private agenda against our interests? The power to search into the private affairs of any citizen without a warrant is the power to blackmail anyone. It undermines everyone's safety for no appreciable advantage. Bill Binney, a former NSA agent, has helped blow the whistle on these activities. Likewise, Edward Snowden and Chelsea Manning. These veterans and government employees should be treated as patriots and heroes, but currently are either ignored by the media, exiled in foreign countries, or recovering from unjust and unnecessarily harsh imprisonment. This is as much a blot on our service as the torture committed in Guantanamo. None of us should tolerate such behavior. That we have done so is a stain on the honor of our country. The technologies introduced since the Iraq War to silently surveil us, built unwittingly in part by soldiers and government employees like myself, are an existential threat to our democracy. They represent the ability to silence any critique, destroy any dissent, and place fear and distrust at the heart of our civic society. No cooperation can be given to a government that does not renounce these powers. No politician should be supported who isn't actively working to roll back these provisions from law. Anything less means we will have shirked our duty to protect our country from the worst kind of betrayal. This is a fight worthy of our full attention and sacrifice. To fail here is to put our lives in the hands of those with agendas and interests not our own. It is the fight for the soul of our democracy and way of life. The Trojan horse has passed our city gates. The battle has commenced. Thank you.